Welcome back for the second pile of records bought today. This is the other guy I visited had more expensive records, but I took a risk and I spent a lot more money for a lot less records, but some are really interesting in here. A lot of French ones, unfortunately, for those who are from the States, but I'll try to make this interesting. Premièrement, first of all, he had some 78s which were pretty pricey. They were $5 each, and in one of the albums, he had them in albums that you turn the pages, and he had two 10-inch LPs without the sleeve. I was so annoyed because I found these two 10-inch LPs that are extremely rare. These are two of the very first French-Canadian LPs ever made in the early 50s, if it's not the late 40s. And look at the numbers: LCP 3008 and LCP 3003. Now this is the third and eighth record made in LP format in French-Canadian French-Canadian music. This is Alice Robbie, who was imagine Céline Dion but in Quebec in the 1940s. She was Quebec's biggest singing star, and she was very well known for her biggest hit, Tico Tico. This has 4 songs. I don't have the sleeve, unfortunately, and I still had to pay 3 for $1, but it's in pretty good shape. This one too. Willy Lamotte et ses Cavaliers des Plaines, avec 8 chansons. Il y a plusieurs chansons là-dedans que j'ai déjà en 78 tours, comme Allô Allô Petit Michel, je l'ai déjà en 78. Caroline, il n'y a pas la pochette. Si quelqu'un regarde cette vidéo et possède une copie massacrée avec la pochette, Caroline, appelez-moi, je serais intéressé juste pour la pochette. Ou ben non, un scan de la pochette de ces deux disques-là, j'aimerais bien ça. And the 78, it is really interesting, and there's a funny story behind this, because after I paid for the records, I started talking with the seller about records. His dad used to be the boss of the RCA plant in Montreal and then in Ontario. That's so... The guy had an original metal pressing thing that was used to press records. Oh my god, it was so cool. Anyway, he told me that a guy was supposed to come to see his 78s because he was looking for Carmen Desiel records. And then I said, tell him not to bother, I just bought it. This is Don't Be Cruel, Elvis' song in French by Carmen Desiel, Ne Sois Pas Cruel. So this is one of the very first, if it's not the first, rock and roll related French-Canadian record on 78 format, which I didn't have. I think I only had it on LP, I'm not sure if I had it on 45. Au revoir Rome, Carmen Desiel. I think I have the 45, I don't remember, sorry about that. I don't remember if I had. Anyway, let's move on if I don't want the video to be too long. Let's make sure I don't break this. Then I got a few. These were a bit pricey. The guy started with $3 each LP, which is, we're far from yard sale prices here. So I found this one. I really wanted this one. I love this bunny, he's so cute. Anyway, Walt Disney Presents Peter, Car and Tail. The condition is not bad, but I knew it wasn't worth $3. I put it aside, and it's a good thing I did, because he allowed me to have this for $1, as well as this other children's record. Sorry, it's not in order. This one I was really freaking excited to see. It's pretty freaking rare. I love obscure, rare children's records. Terrytoons, TV Terrytoons, Cartoon Time. So you have a Heckle and Jekyll here, and these other Gandy Goose, I think there. But Terrytoon records we're only missing Mighty Mouse. That's all that's missing. This is the kind of obscure children's records I'm always looking for. The record is in pretty good shape. I just noticed for the first time that there was a split at the bottom. That I knew, but I didn't realize he had put some transparent scotch tape, but it's okay. So he lowered these two records for $1 each, which is good, much better than the $3. Then the next records were also $3 each. He made the stack for 10 for $25, which is $2.50 each. But it came down to $2.38, and these came down to 95 cents because I got these two for free with another bunch. Anyway, you know how numbers go. Greatest Hits of Rod McQueen. I don't know if it's worth $2.38, but I felt like taking it because it has an interesting It has If You Go Away, which is a song by Jacques Brel. Seasons in the Sun also. I decided to take it. This one is rare. Oh my god. Now, I was very annoyed by one deep scratch in one of the songs, but it turns out it plays not so bad. So this is one of the very first rock and roll related French Canadian records. Mademoiselle Rythme, Irène McNeil. She sings in French all these rock songs. Noël en Italie, Dis que tu m'aimes. Rock and roll du Père Noël, which means Santa Claus is rock and roll. Sois gentil, ce rythme rock and roll, rockabilly and boogie. Petit à petit, little by little. Rock and roll, cha cha cha, bon voyage and reviens vers moi. It's one of the very first rock and roll records in Quebec. So I knew about this from the internet. I don't know what site. So I was really excited when I found this. This is a double album, which the guy didn't realize. He had told me that he charged double for double albums. This one has 2 records, and he let it go as 1 record. And I have volume 2 already. And I didn't want to pay $7 for the volume 1 that I found last year, and this one cost me $2.38 instead of $7. So these are various soundtrack music, and I haven't listened to all of them, but it has a bunch of François de Roubaix songs, so I'm very excited about this. This is as bad as it looks. Oops, by Lucien Boyer. I collect all these comedians records. Je collectionne tous les disques de Lucien Boyer, puis celui-là, ma copie est pas mal scratchée. Celui-là, il est flambant en eux. Ici, on a Ginette Sage et Denise Brousseau, 2 chanteuses québécoises. Il y a juste 9 chansons, mais le disque est vraiment, vraiment propre. And there's nothing on the reverse of the cover. Rick Nelson on Sunset Records, I Need You. Very minty looking. I found a whole bunch of Fats Domino on Sunset once, I remember. This I couldn't pass. I knew her by name. It looks pretty interesting. Della Reese. Della. Arranged and conducted by Neil Hefti. And the cover is beautiful. The record is in great shape. I said, I'll take a chance. Ici, on a les 3 bars. Raymond Bertium et les 3 bars. Pas mal rare celui-là. Franchement, je l'ai jamais vu. C'est son 2e long jeu en fin de compte. Ici on le voit, ici en arrière. Pour ceux qui ne savent pas, Raymond Bertium est devenu une voix absolument incontournable dans les disques québécois des années 60, où il faisait des backing vocals, des voix d'accompagnement pour beaucoup d'artistes dans les années 60 au Québec. He was the main backing vocal heard in 60s music, pop music in Quebec. Donc, je collectionne ces disques pas mal. Ici, celui-là aussi, j'étais pas mal content. Il est très sale, par exemple. Il faut que je le nettoie. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qui est arrivé là. Ici, on a Michel Noël, celui qui faisait le Capitaine Bonhomme. Chantons avec Michel Noël. Assez difficile à trouver en bon état. Puis, il est beaucoup plus beau que ma copie massacrée. L'autre bord, tout ce qu'on voit, c'est des choses. Puis là, j'ai pris une chance. C'est français, les sœurs Kessler. A duo from France. The songs are pretty interesting. Itsy Bitsy Petit Bikini. Souvenir, Pique-Nique, c'est pas un ange, c'est attachante. I knew this looked like a fun record. I had to try it, and I don't see it too often. And then at the very end, the guy had a bunch of sealed records because his dad used to be to work at RCA. Ici, on a une compilation de Sylvie Vartan. This was $5, but I got a deal on this. And this is a triple box set, un triple coffret de Gilbert Bécaud jamais ouvert. Que je possède déjà 3 fois. This is a volume 2. Ça c'est le volume 2. But this is ridiculous. But this one is sealed. I could not let it go. He was asking $10 for this, and I said no for both of them. And at the last minute, I said, "Can you make me a price on if I take both?" And he said, "Okay, $10 for both." So it comes to $6.67 for this one and $3.33 for this one, but they're sealed. This one I eventually will open it. This one is staying sealed. I can't open it. It's too weird. So yeah, a very exciting day for records today, especially from because of those 45s. That stack of 45s is absolutely freaking incredible for about 50 cents each. Out of 350 records, the man was nice enough to let me buy the best records. But this is also a very nice stack. And yeah, thanks for watching.